Welcome back to CryptosRus. I'm George. We're all George. So today, let me tell you guys, every Bitcoin holder, don't fall for the shakeouts. Okay, that's exactly what we had again. 2 days ago, we had it. Yesterday, we had a big rally. Today, we had another shakeout, right? Why is this happening? Why would the whales want to shake you out of your Bitcoin and crypto? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what is going on exactly. All right, let's do this. Welcome. Take a look. I mean, this morning I went on Sin City Cryptos show, and Bitcoin touched down right around here, about 35.5, right? This trend line, you can see this yellow or orange trend line, Drew. Yeah, it's bouncing off of there. So you could see yesterday, of course, or 2 days ago, we went all the way down to 34.7, right? Then kind of hugged, went sideways a little bit, and boom, went up to 38,000. And then this morning, we were hovering 37.5, and then boom, we went down, and now we're coming back up, 36.5. But in grand scheme of things, if you zoom out, I mean, look at that. We're still trending upwards. So we are still doing this despite the recent volatility, though. But why do we have so much volatility? Well, we know what's coming. We know that the halving event is around the corner, a spot Bitcoin ETF is around the corner, and maybe some of these guys, maybe some of these whales, this is their last attempt to drive you out because they want to accumulate as much as they can, right beforehand too. They're greedy. They're feeling the FOMO, but they have a little bit more power than most of us. So that may be what's going on. And you know what? Here's something funny. It has nothing to do with anything. Or maybe it does. Supposedly, I don't know if this is even true, but Warren Buffett bought some mysterious stock and he's requesting the permission as to keep the stock's name and details confidential. If this is true, maybe Warren Buffett bought some GBDC ahead of its conversion. I don't know. Total speculation, but you know what? Just threw that out there. What could he be buying that he does not want the public to know about? GBDC? Maybe. So I guess we'll have to see, right? But right now, what's going on with Bitcoin is, there seems to be a lot of volatility. Some people say that there's low liquidity above 33,000. I say that's nonsense. I say there's plenty of liquidity, but there's just a whole lot of big whales out there that's playing with people's emotions, driving people out, trying to steal their Bitcoin and crypto away from them, right? But I know you guys have been in the game long enough. You're not falling for it. You've been holding since 2021 or 2022 or even earlier than that, 2017. You're not going to fall for these dips, right? And like I said, if you zoom out, you realize Bitcoin it's still going upwards. Only when you zoom in, you see these little dips. When you zoom out, that's going upwards still, guys. So definitely not time to be panicking. No one should be panicking. Okay. So so that's what's happening right now. I think we just had a couple of shakeouts. Obviously, we're still recovering this one, right? SEC did say that they're going to push back. They're going to push back the Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETF deadlines back. So the next one up is in January. So we had a couple that people were waiting for. And it seems like, they're pushing it back. But again, it's a matter of when, not if. Right? And we still see, here's one, 94.2 billion Wisdom Tree filed an updated version of their spot Bitcoin ETF. So it seems like everyone is revising their application, and that's actually encouraging. That means that the SEC is actually talking to these guys and telling them, hey, you need to correct this and this and this. So they're not just saying no. They're actually working with them to try to get it done. Maybe they don't want to get it done, but still, they're forced to. They lost the lawsuit against Grayscale, so they really have no choice, right? So it's a matter of when, not if. And, when in doubt, zoom out, right? So if you look at this kind of looks like the stock to flow model, but where we are right now, perfectly good spot right before, the halving event. So we're in that stage. Obviously, off from the bottom. We're recovering upwards. And then after the halving event, that's when it turns really, really green. And we're definitely not there yet. We just begun the recovery. So when in doubt, zoom out. It's looking still very, very good. Also, short term, according to Mags, right, we have broken out of this rising wedge, which means next stop upwards could be as high as 45,000, especially if you get a spot ETF approval, but it seems like that's been pushed to January. But still, nevertheless, before the halving event, we may get that push upwards to the 40s or even possibly the 50s, before the halving event, which would put us in a very good spot. If we're in the 50s already, going up to the 60s is like nothing, right? So, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Today really was just another, what I used to say, whale games. Whales will do whalish things. So it's just part of what they do. Every cycle they do this. And today, what we experienced was actually very little. I've showed charts before where we had massive 20, 25, 30, 40% dips during parabolic rises. We had plenty of those times before. So, something like 1,000-point drop from 37 to 36, that's nothing. That's nothing. We would have to experience from like 36 dropping to 30 or sub 30 and then recovering back up. That's like a 20% drop. That is what we went through before. And right now, it's much calmer, much, much calmer than before. So keep that in mind. Tether, not that I really like Tether, but they are doing some major things. They hold enormous amount of Bitcoins in their balance sheets, about 2 billion plus, and they're expanding into Bitcoin mining, 500 million investment. So they are going all in, just like all the other miners out there. There's so many miners out there that keep on stocking up. Why wouldn't they? Because it's going to get that much harder after having event to make any money, because the number of Bitcoins they receive for helping power the network gets cut in half. It becomes that much harder to make money, right? So right now, what they're all doing is loading up on those mining machines and mining everything and accumulating everything and not selling. Not selling at all. Yep. And if you wanted more proof about our cycle versus previous cycles, this is kind of hard to see. I found this, but basically this is showing, yes, we're on our way to around 47,000. Then we may dip a little bit back down, and then we go upwards to a parabolic top. So it's kind of hard to see, but basically this is showing that we're moving according to plan and nothing has deviated. So do not stress. If anything, DCA and HODL. Todd is saying, come on, George, DGen play. I'll do it during Q&A. So no worries. All right. Outside of Bitcoin, there's a lot of alts that are doing very well. I think everyone's paying attention to Avalanche right now. Avalanche is above $24, and it just keeps on going, and it's just not stopping right now, right? So, yeah, Avalanche is extremely hot right now, but you know what? We're going to get an Ethereum spot ETF soon. BlackRock, if they want something, they're going to get it. So don't ignore that. Ethereum is still the big daddy of smart contracts. So don't forget about them. And I did mention about Avalanche, they're just skyrocketing right now. I think it's due to this. JP Morgan is testing tokenized portfolios and trusts and bonds utilizing Avalanche. So this is a big thing. I don't know if they're stocking up or someone else is stocking up. Someone is definitely stocking up because Avalanche just keeps on going. It's just not stopping at this point. It just keeps on going, right? And I may just throw a 20x just for fun with you guys again. Dogecoin started moving. A lot of X news, a lot of Elon news recently. But Doge, you know, maybe going up 23,000% from here. That'd be crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. But the last time this signal happened, that's exactly what happened to Doge. Doge went up 2,300% before the peak of 2021. So this parabolic SAR indicator or signal has just triggered. Does that mean Doge is ready to go up 2,300%? I don't think so. But if it does, I don't think anyone's going to be complaining besides Bitcoin maxis. What else is there? Just gaming in general. Crypto wallets that are involved with gaming hits 1 million addresses, right? Gaming, I believe, is going to change the future of crypto. It's one of those categories that could instantly bring millions of people into the space because games can become very, very viral. They can attract a large number of people really quickly, right? And that's what we need. We have a bunch of empty chains right now. We have so many empty chains. We need people to come aboard and actually use them. And that's what games can do. So we have games on Avalanche. We have them on Polygon, Immutable X, even Solana. All these chains are bringing aboard game makers. But right now we just haven't had like a awesome explosive game yet. But they will be coming, right? They will be coming. Ubisoft, they're coming in too. So everyone is trying to figure it out. So I think games will definitely change the future. Definitely change the future. All right, that is pretty much it. The last two things I want to talk about is the IFC, the Vegas party is coming up. I secured a really, really nice venue that's going to be outdoors, plenty of people to network with, plenty of people to talk to. All the influencers are going to be there. Major players are going to be there. Karate Combat's going to be there. So if you want to have some fun, make sure you grab a ticket or 2 or 5 or 10 because it's coming up and there's not that much time left. And then speaking of IFC, right after this, okay, the next video for IFC will be debuting with Crypto Crow, which a lot of you guys know. The guy's a beast. He's going to be fighting, right? So check him out. But there's going to be a lot more videos pretty much every single week. There's going to be multiple videos every single week. So make sure you go to CryptosRus Plus. The link is in the description. And then check it out. All right. That's it. Let's do some Q&A. I don't know if I should kick off a leverage trade. I think most people do enjoy it. I've been telling people, okay, do not copy trade me. Do not play with leverage unless you're ready to lose money. Okay, but I've been degenning. You guys know that. I think some of you guys enjoy me degenning, right? Whatever. But some people are really concerned, sending me messages left and right like, oh, you should not be degenning. You should not be leveraging, whatever. I'm not telling anyone to copy me. It's just for me. It's just for fun. Give you guys entertainment. That's it. To show you how fast moving leverage is. So since Avalanche is so hot, you know what? Let's just play it. Let's do $1,000 into Avalanche. 30x leverage is too much. I got down it to 20x. All right, 20x leverage at $1,000. All right, let's see what happens during Q&A. All right. I mean, Avalanche is too hot right now. It's too hot. Even look at today. Even though we came down about 1.4% right now. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at 1.4 trillion. We came down 2.2%, right? And Solana right now finally taking a breather after going up so much. But the way Solana is moving, if it kicks up above 60 again and it heads to 68, which was the previous high, it's about to flip XRP. To be quite honest, XRP has been very, very stagnant. Even though there's been a lot of victories, I don't know what happened to the XRP army. They kind of disappeared. But Solana is probably going to flip XRP in a near term. And since BNB is not that far off and they're not moving, Solana could actually flip to number 4 within a short amount of time, right? But after that, it has to be Avalanche. Avalanche is on fire, and it just keeps on going. It's probably going to flip above Tron. It just flipped above Polygon, and then Doge is next, right? So these two are definitely really, really hot right now. But outside of them, Cosmos started to heat up a little bit. I love to see that. Cosmos, I've always said, is very underrated. They just got to fix their token economics a little bit. Near Protocol is doing pretty good today. So that's good. And then Immutable is doing good. I just got done talking about games. Gaming, Immutable has a ton of games in the pipeline, right? And overall today, everything else is kind of taking a breather. Like people have been paying attention to Celestia taking a breather, and many others are taking a breather. So that's okay, right? Taking a breather is okay. I am generally curious about XRP. I don't know what happened to the XRP army. Julio says, "Can you adopt me?" No, unfortunately, no. Big R render. It's going to skyrocket. A lot of people have been asking about render. If I can spell RNDR. Render has been doing pretty well. Last 7 days, 34%. Last month, 64%. Big jump right here, right? You know, as long as they move into the AI space, then they'll do fine. But right as of right now, I still don't think they're in the AI space. They're just into GPU sharing space. Roy, I'm not one of those whales shaking a boat. If I had it, I would. Avalanche is starting to drop. I'm down $260. See, I laugh at this because this is what happens, right? Like, this could happen with leverage. If you guess the wrong side and it does go opposite, you could lose a lot of money really fast. So this is also proving my point that if you go play with leverage, be careful because you could just lose it. You could just lose it all. MJ Matrix, once ETH spot ETF gets approved, how high do you think ETH can go? I don't know. I think by the end of the cycle, ETH could hit like 15,000. I think that's conservative. If there's a spot ETF that gets approved, it could go even higher, maybe 20,000, something like that. Leverage on Pepe. Pepe and all memes have not been doing good. I mean, it came up a little bit and then it kind of stopped. So you could see 73% up here and then it kind of went sideways, which isn't bad. It's kind of holding, which is fine. So, I mean, Sheeb also has not been moving. Doge has not been moving. Although, I just covered a story how they may be going up 23,000% after this signal. So, a lot of memes have not been moving, but maybe it's their turn soon. Kujera analysis, please. Is it a gem coin? People ask me about it. I still hate the name. I can't tell you if it's a gem or not. Okay, it's 500 million, a little bit less than 500 million out of Cosmos. They're like a whole DeFi ecosystem. So, I mean, can they do well? Yes. I just don't know enough about them. I just hate the name. That's all. What am I down to? Oh, boy. I'm almost down 50% within like 10 minutes. I should cut my losses and do a stop loss at 50%. But you know what? For your entertainment, I will keep this going and see where we end up. This is hitting whatever, the 30? Yeah, it's hitting the 30. We'll see if this bounces off there. Get out of it and get into something else. I don't know what else to get into. It's now a good time to start looking at Solana ecosystems such as Orca, Ray, Bonk. Bonk is a meme, so I'm not so sure that is something that you want to look into. Radium has been doing very well. So they're the biggest like DEX, but man, they have not recovered at all. None whatsoever. Not none. I take that back. 124% yes, but there's still only 91 million. I don't know. Radium has always been kind of weak. You know you go short too, right? I don't like shorting the market. I've always said that. Like even if I can short Bitcoin right now and make some money, I would not do it on air. And I just don't. I don't believe in shorting. If you don't believe in something, just sell it. I hate shorting something. How many trades I have open? You guys don't want to see my real portfolio. How many leverage stuff I have open? It's a lot. It's a lot, and it swings wildly up and down. But that's just because I'm trying to entertain myself. That's all. For most of you guys, you should not be concerned with that. Be concerned with this, okay? What happened today and what happened 2 days ago, and many times like this, right? This, you know, Bitcoin goes up and down. It doesn't go up forever, but there are shakeouts periodically, right? And there are liquidations. There's a lot of leverage liquidations all the time, right? When there's too much one way or another, that's what happens. So the winning strategy is to DCA and hold a long term. That's it. DCA and HODL. That's how you build that position upwards. That's how you attain financial freedom and life-changing wealth, right? So that's really all there is to it. Tectum. What's Tectum? I have no idea what Tectum is. What about it? Someone keeps asking about it. 50 million, so small cap. I feel like I know this project. The fastest blockchain for all industries. Okay. A lot of chains claim that. So you know, when a chain says it's the fastest or it could process 1 million transactions per second or whatever, it doesn't really matter because there's not enough usage. There's no dApps or games that brought in like, you know, 10 million people, right? So that's the thing. Well, it's starting to come back. Minus 400. Minus 400. Maybe bouncing off of there. Need a good push back. You know, I would not be surprised me after today's shakeout. By the time we wake up tomorrow, we'll see something similar, right, with Bitcoin, something like this, where, boop, we're right back up to 37,000, and hopefully we try to retest 38,000 again, right? I truly believe it's just right now we're having these shakeouts, and it's because there's something great around the corner. The whales know that there's something, and this is kind of like their last chance to kind of drive people outwards, right? Yeah. Whales do whalish things. That's what I used to say, and I'll start saying again. What's this? Wait, what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Frank, you just scared me with that 20 gifted membership. Thank you, Frank. Frank is spreading the wealth right now. 20 new memberships. Thank you, Frank. That's a lot. That's a lot. X-Ratty is asking, are you bullish on Cadena? No, I'm not. Is Boink the new Pepe? It's on Solana. It's been out for a long time, but has not caught on like Pepe. So the answer is no. And it's down pretty big today, 16, 17%. Thank you, Frank. Is Snack dead? I have not checked Snack for a while. Let's see. It's holding. 18 million market cap. Last month, up about 77%. Hey, last month, basically, anything from like mid-October on has seen a pump. So they were really down before, right? Up 77% last month. That's not bad. But yeah, they are not close to their previous high, which is like a, up here, 150 million. Make sure, guys, sign up to CryptosRus Plus, subscribe, check out the next IFC video, and make sure you grab your tickets to the IFC kickoff party. It's going to be well worth it. How do you redeem gifted membership? You don't have to. You just get it, right? I don't know. I've never received a membership, so I don't know. But I'm assuming you just get it, and you get a nice star next to your name. Cardano versus ADA. What do you want to know about Cardano versus ADA? That doesn't even make any sense. I just realized that. You just put Cardano versus ADA, so it doesn't make any sense. Garbanzo? You mean Cardanzo? I have 1K. Should I buy Sol, ETH, or Avalanche? Well, both Sol and Avalanche have pumped up to the moon. Okay? They definitely have the momentum, but at some point, I think the momentum is going to stop and move out. But Ethereum right now is so stagnant, right? But I do believe Ethereum will get its day, and it's going to get that momentum. But right now, man, Solana and Avalanche are hard to pass up. Hard to pass up. Candangus just retracted his message. Cosmos is another one. Breaking above 10. Cosmos has been very stagnant. I think they will get the love they deserve. They got a little bit of it right now. Thorchain has been really hot. Man, my avalanche long is not looking so good. We need to turn avalanche around, or I could just take maybe I should just close it out right now. What else is actually pumping right now? I need to make it back. Maybe go into Doge. Doge is not looking good either. Maybe Doge will pump. It's hit, it pressed against this. It's funny, yesterday I closed out my avalanche. I think I closed out my avalanche, and then like 2 seconds later it pumped up afterwards. Yearn today is doing pretty good. I mean, everything came down since this morning, but it looks like, yeah. Ooh, it looks like it wants to flip. Yearn right here looks like it could flip. Anyways, if I have more time, I'll try to apply more like TA and stuff. Right now, I'm just like degenning for fun. Okay, so don't panic, guys, and don't be copy trading me. I'm just doing it for entertainment. So, but Avalanche is not doing good right now. Yeah, I might retrace. I might have to close this before I lose it all. I bet if I close it, it's going to start pumping. That's how it always is. On the 1 minute, it's very oversold. It should be coming up a little bit. How do you get the gift? People just give it to you. Frank gave out 20 memberships today. 20 memberships. Someone else asked about Tectonic. I don't have any info on Tectonic. Have you looked into Casper Labs? Yes, I have. They're also out of Cosmos. They're L1, more focused on privacy. DeFi privacy, right? Out of Cosmos, I believe. To be honest, there's a lot of L1s out of Cosmos. There's a ton out of Cosmos. So, I mean, the leader's Injective, which has been very hot, but then you have so many others out of Cosmos. Injective is the hottest one, but yeah. I mean, Casper's another one. Kava is another one. I mean, there's so many out of it. Even DXDY, didn't they just move to Cosmos as well? There's so many in Cosmos. This is why I'm bullish on Cosmos, but you know, they have not gone up as much as they should have, considering how many projects use them. OG says, I got a membership, thanks. Well, don't thank me. Thank Crypto Frank. I actually can't gift out the memberships. I don't have the ability to do so. I don't even know how. Like, I can't give myself a super chat or give myself like free memberships. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Click allow gifts to get a membership. Are you talking to people that already got one? I cannot. I don't have that. Optimism will go up to 80 cents the next week or so. Optimism have been doing very well. I mean, for the L2s out there, pure L2s, Optimism is starting to pull ahead. 1.6 billion. It didn't even go down this week. For the month, it's up about 60%, so that's fantastic. But Yeah, they're above. Optimism is now above Arbitrum. I used to say I like Arbitrum the best, and I think that they're still, you can't always judge a book by its market cap in this case, because Arbitrum does still have more dApps than Optimism. But Optimism is gaining a lot of strength, I think, because of Base, Coinbase, and plus they are getting a lot of dApps on board as well. So I think you can't go wrong with either one, Optimism or Arbitrum, to be honest. So let's look at DeFi Llama. If we look at DeFi Llama, look at chains, okay? So Arbitrum, yeah, Arbitrum still has more protocols and has bigger TVL, 2 billion. Optimism, less than half, but Optimism is climbing the ranks really fast. They may be popping above Polygon soon. Avalanche is right there. Solana's right there. Kronos is right there. Base is right there. So, hey, oof. Avoided a liquidation there. Coming up a little bit. Come on, Avalanche. Don't disappoint me. Go back up to 24. Any thoughts on DXDY? I mean, DXDY, it's now L1 within Cosmos. It's a big DeFi project. It's a big DEX. I haven't used them before, but I know many people have, so good. Good for them. To be honest, I'm not the biggest DeFi guy. DeFi projects don't really excite me. Like, I know Uniswap has been doing well too, and several other sushi swaps are moving. A lot of these start moving. Pancake swaps start moving, but like, they don't really excite me. I like dApps. I love to see games start dominating. They just haven't yet. But right now, it's more like L1s, L0, L1, L2s. That's what I'm looking into. All right, I think I gotta go. Down $400. That's never good. I don't want to be down $400, but I am out of time. I may have to just like start doing a little more research before I start throwing these 20Xs out there. So yeah, but Avalanche has been really, really, really hot. But I'm gonna have to close it. Watch, as soon as I close it, it's gonna start pumping like crazy. I don't want to close it yet. Come on, Avalanche, go up a little more. Oh yeah, it's starting. It's starting to. See, this is also the problem with leverage. It's like it forces you to watch it all the time. Because you have to have nerves of steel if you don't watch it, right? Like, it just drives you crazy. And it can swing wildly from 1 minute to another. Is it going to move? Oh, it's starting to go. It's starting to climb upwards. Actually, this looks pretty good on a 5-minute scale. I bet if I kept this, I come back and it's starting to flip. All right, I'm going to stick around for 5 more minutes just to see what happens. Because I do think it's going to come up. Everyone should be buying Avalanche right now to drive that up. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. After 22, this doesn't even feel like a shakeout. That's exactly right. I mean, honestly, This looks horrible when you zoom in. When you zoom out, it really, like, it's not even... Okay, here's the daily chart. Like, you can't even, like, see that, right? It just looks like it's going upwards. Ooh, it's looking good, guys. Looking good. Butch says, wanted to say, when you compare a coin to reaching its all-time high for a last cycle, you need to take into consideration coin circulation as more is released. That is 100% right. That's kind of hard to keep track of because there are a lot of unlocks all the time. So the dollar denomination is going to be different because there's more coins in circulation. So you're right. You're 100% right about that. But for the most part, most projects don't have huge unlocks within a short amount of time. Right? They usually take a lot longer, but yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Do I have more time with my family? Yes. Unfortunately, my kids are into a lot of activities, and then they're also on their games a lot. So I do have more time, but you know, kids will be kids. It's actually like, yeah, this is a go flip. This is a go flip, but I think I'm just out of time. You only lose if you hit that close button. Wait for it. I could just leave this open. You know, that's what I'm going to do. Just for you guys, I'm going to set a stop loss so then I don't get wrecked if this goes down. But let's add a stop loss here. I'm just going to keep it until tomorrow. And then that way I don't have to start another one. So stop loss trigger, let's do all of it at I don't know. Let's just do, we're at 40% already. So it might trigger really fast. Let's do 75%. No, that's probably too much. Let's do 65%. Let's do 65%. I don't know. Is Avalanche too heated? I should do like a smaller. I should do like a smaller 5 or 10x instead of 20x. It's too volatile, but I'll leave it at 65%. We'll see. If it gets liquidated at 65%, it gets liquidated at 65%. So hopefully it doesn't. All right, we'll see. All right, guys, that's it. So overall, don't be fooled. Don't be shaken out. Okay. Continue the course. We know greater things are coming. We're barely in this bull run. The whales want to take away from you, so don't fall for it, okay? So, smash it a like, subscribe to the channel. Go check out this next video on CryptosRus Plus, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one, guys. Take care.